Today is Thursday, June 11th, and I thank you for joining in. We have quite a bit to discuss today. I'm sure that you are interested in some of the answers that we have and some of the questions that we're asking. Again, if you have questions, you can raise your hand and we'll unmute you at the end of the webinar. You can ask your question live, or you can type it in the question box and I'll answer the questions as to the best of my ability. So let's get right into it. Of course, Friday, an announcement went out from Highmark for Central Highmark and Western Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield that no commissions will be paid for the special enrollment period for effective dates of 8/1 through 12/31 of 15. Again, this includes Central and Western Highmark. It does not include Blue Cross of Northeastern PA, and it does not include the Medicare products or group products for that matter. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of spinning ourselves. We had no advance notice of it. What we're trying to do is get some answers. We're meeting with Highmark today. We met with Capital on Tuesday. So we're trying to get some ideas for you to flourish within this SEP. I had a conference call with the Pennsylvania Insurance Department yesterday morning and trying to find out if processing fees, application fees, consulting fees are able to be charged now because no commissions are being paid. So they're going to get back to me on that. There's a possibility that, if that won't work, that we as an organization could charge a processing fee for submitting the applications to Highmark, and then you, of course, could pass that on to your consumers, and then we bonus you. These are all ideas we're trying to work through. None of them are set in stone yet, but again, just some things that still keep you being able to serve the consumer market and get paid. What they tell me is it doesn't include 2016 commissions. So if you are selling and you're, even if these fees can't be charged, if you are selling and the case stays on the books and auto renews with Highmark for 2016, you would then start to pick up commissions as of 1/1/16. So, again, all of these things we're still working through. We should have some more information even next week, more than we even have now. But at this point, this is the information that I have. I can tell you and I'll bump down to the CBC refresher webinar. We are offering that on Wednesday, June 17th at 10 a.m. And Jody Klymans from Capital is going to really just kind of do an overview, a revisit, if you will, of the product lines, where they're most competitive, and hopefully maybe have you take a fresh look at Capital. We know now that they have the best catastrophic rates in Pennsylvania for Central PA, but very few people under 30 buy the catastrophic plans. We know that they're very competitive. Capital is very competitive in Lancaster, Lehigh, Northampton, and Berks County on Marketplace, mainly due because of their value HMO network that is only available on the Marketplace. We know that their platinum plans are the best coverage. They have 100% co-insurance versus some of the 90/10s, 80/20s, 70/30s, etc. And above all, their commission is $21 per member per month for the life of the policy, and it is capped at 5 per app. So definitely more commission than you may have been getting on some of the other products. So that is Wednesday, June 17th. The invitation is going to be in my newsletter, as well as a separate invitation going out. So if you have an interest in selling Capital, or at least looking to see if it is a product that you can sell, mark your calendars and join us then. You know, another thought is if you are still selling Highmark and you're going to continue to do that, a thought would be to look at that $4,000 deductible plan and add an individual gap plan. That is commissionable, highly commissionable actually. So if you want more information on that, you can also reach out to me or reach out to Christy Saul. She heads up these products, and she can help you or get you information. So that's another thought. On a better note, the third bullet point, Senate Bill 293, which is the Navigator bill, which would require navigators and application assistants to register with our state insurance department and do a background check. Nothing untoward, just trying to protect consumers' rights. That actually passed the Senate and the House. It is on the governor's desk as of June 10th for signature, so hopefully he will sign that, and we'll have a level playing field. We'll have, you know, the navigators and application assisters going through some of the stringent checks that we have to go through, and at the end of the day, the consumer is above all being protected. Next bullet point, assurance update. You know, I mentioned and shared with you a couple weeks back that assurance is up for sale. We know at the beginning of the year, as of, I believe, 3/1, they pulled comp from their individual major medical products in Pennsylvania and a few other states. There was information, and I'm sharing this in my newsletter as well, that National General Holdings Corp., a specialty personal lines insurance holding company, is going to acquire Assurance Health supplemental and small group self-funded product lines and certain other assets, including a proprietary small group sales channel. Assurance Health will continue sales of its supplemental and small group self-funded products as it finalizes the terms of the transaction with National General Holdings Corp. At the same time, and this is the most important, at the same time, as part of the wind down process, Assurance Health will cease sales of its individual major medical, small group fully insured, and short-term medical health insurance policies on June 15th. That is Monday. So folks, just a heads up, if you are looking for short-term, Assurance is not going to be a fit for you. And for individual major medical, we already know that that's not a fit for any of us. The small group fully insured is also not going to be sold as of Monday. So just be mindful of that. SFM training site has come and gone. If you go there now to the marketplace.medicarelearningnetwork.lms.com, there will be no information there, including any 215 training sessions and your certifications of your sessions completed for 14 and 15. So they are prepping for the 2016 SFM certification. And the last 2 years, that came out first week in August. So we don't have any reason to suspect that that won't be the same this year as well. So keep watching for information on that as well. So my question that I ask and have been asking the last couple of weeks is, how can I help you? What do you need more information on? How can I help you gain more education on topics that are of interest to you? So let me know. Shoot me an email or give me a call and say, Deb, I think this would be great, a great topic. I certainly want to make sure that I'm giving you the information that you need to be successful in this industry, in spite of all the starts and stops. So we're going to open it up now for our open forum. If you have any questions, you can type them in. Again, you can also raise your hand, and I will unmute you. It looks like we only have one question right now, and Bob asks if anyone on this call has had any experience with benefit marketing in their area. So if you have anything to share, you can type it in, or if you want to shoot me an email, I'll pass that on to Bob with your experience. And that's pretty much it. I'm surprised that there aren't more questions about some of the things we discussed, but, oh, here's one. Jim says, Anything new on Highmark premium increases for 16 Blue Cross increases? I know that all the carriers have filed. Highmark Central and Western have filed, according to the reports, anywhere from 9 to 38%. NEPA, I've not seen their filings. I know that Geisinger filed for a pretty hefty increase as well. You know, a carrier can file for whatever they want. What's approved and justified may be different, and unfortunately we won't know what comes out of the mix until probably October when the final approvals are given. So just be mindful of that as well. And Dina says, as far as benefits, that they are offering free services and going after small groups. So maybe your competition. So Ed says, so if I heard you correctly, as of right now, Highmark will go back to paying agents on 1/1/16 for any new policy sold. Any policy sold 8/1 through 12/31 of this year, Ed, they're saying that if that policy remains with Highmark, that they will pay commissions starting January. That's what they're saying. Britt said that NEPA filed for 30% on their individual. And Dina said that Zenefits is strong in the Pittsburgh market. Tracy says, do you think NEPA and Highmark will merge plans for 16? And I think the answer to that is no, although I will be getting more information later this summer according to you know, the powers that be at NEPA. But what they've told me is that for 16, more than likely the NEPA products are going to remain pretty similar to what they are now, and that they would be operating separately as they do now for 16. That's what they're telling me. If anything changes on that or more information, I'll certainly pass that on to you. So it looks like that's all the questions. Next webinar is Thursday, the 18th, next Thursday at 9:30. Again, remember that the Cat Blue Cross refresher is Wednesday the 17th at 10 a.m. and hopefully you can join in there. I hope to have more information on next week's webinar about some of the things that we have in discussion with the insurance department and further discussions with Highmark as well. There is one question, and Bill says, what if there is a life change on a current beneficiary and it triggers an 8/1 effective? What happens to commission? It is not paid. If it's an 8/1 effective date, Bill, because it is treated as a new policy, that takes precedence over the existing policy, then no commissions would be paid. Well, on that cheerful note, I will close for the day. I thank you all again for joining in. Hopefully you'll join in our capital webinar next Wednesday, and then again for another PPACA update on the 18th. Thank you all very much for joining in. I always appreciate your support and your business more than anything. So thanks very much. I wish you all a great day and a great balance of the week, and certainly a wonderful and happy weekend. Bye-bye.